This is ratio homework number 3. Number 1 says Vanna scored 48 goals at soccer practice. Her ratio of missed to made goals was 7 to 8. How many times did she miss? Draw a tape diagram to help if you need it. So I would take your notes out from topic 10 to help you do this homework. I'm going to show you how I'd set some of these up. The first one, they're talking about missed goals to made goals. So that's the first thing you want to do is label. Then I'm going to set up the ratio. So they said missed to made was in a ratio of 7 to 8. So then the next step after your ratio is to draw your boxes. So I'm going to make 7 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now they said she scored 48 goals. So if she scored 48, then that means she made 48. So I'm going to say equals 48 down here. So if there's 8 boxes, how much or what would the value be in each box so that those 8 boxes equals 48? So you're really doing 48 divided by 6 or divided by 8, which is 6. So I'm going to write 6 in each of those boxes. And if each of these boxes is worth 6, we're going to do the same up above. And 7 boxes with 6 in each one would be 42. So the question was, how many times did she miss? So our answer statement would be, she missed 42 goals. All right, take a look at number 2. It says, last season Kyle had 21 hits and 35 strikeouts. So far this season, Kyle claims to have the same ratio of hits to strikeouts. He has struck out only 5 times. So how many hits does Kyle have if the claim is true? So I'm still going to start with my labels, hits to strikeouts. And I'm going to put my ratio next. It was 21 to 35 last season. So this season, he's saying he has that same ratio. Well, if he struck out 5 times so far, they want to know how many hits has he had. So we've got to say, well, what do we do to 35 for it to decrease down to 5? So since the number's decreasing, we're going to have to divide by, in this case, 7. 35 divided by 7 is what gives us 5. So we're going to have to do the same thing on top. 21 divided by 7 is 3. So when we write our answer statement, it says, how many hits does Kyle have if this claim is true? So we would say Kyle has 3 hits. Okay, because if we were to reduce 21 over 35, we would get that ratio of 3 to 5. All right, take a look at number 3. The ratio of boys to girls at a movie is 8 to 7. If there's 21 girls, then how many boys are there? So I'll help you get this one set up. We're comparing boys to girls. That's our first step, is to label. Second step is to write the ratio, 8 to 7. Next step is to draw your boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 7 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, they tell us there's 21 girls. So these bars, or these boxes down here, have to equal 21. So you have to say, well, if there's 7 boxes, what would the value of each one be so that they add to 21? Okay, if I know that these are each worth 3 to get to 21, you're still going to use that same value for the boys. And their question is, how many boys are there? So that's what you need to figure out, this number up here. Okay, pause if you need to finish that. Otherwise, take a look at number 4. Raul took a test that had 40 questions. The ratio of correct answers to the number of questions was 3 to 5. So how many did he get correct? All right, so we're going to do a ratio. I'm going to label correct to the number of questions. All right, and they said that's a ratio of 3 to 5. So I'm going to make my boxes. All right, we know altogether the test had 40 questions, so the number of questions was equal to 40. So that's all I'm going to set up for you on this one. I'm going to let you guys figure out if there's 5 boxes, what value would be in each one, what equal value to get to 40, and then that should help you figure out if that number goes in these, it's also going to go in those top boxes, and you should be able to figure out the number of correct. All right, take a look at number 5. The ratio of lime juice to soy sauce in a salad is 6 to 7. The total of both ingredients is 39 tablespoons. So how many tablespoons of each ingredient are used? Okay, label, ratio, do your boxes. Okay, make sure this time they said the total for both is 39 tablespoons. So in order to figure out what goes in each boxes, we need the total number of boxes. So in this case, there's 13 boxes, so we're going to have to do 39 divided by 13 boxes. So when we divide that, we're going to get 3. 13 times 3 is 39, so that tells me the value in each box is 3. So they want to know how much of each ingredient is used. So you're going to have to figure that out here for soy sauce and here for the lime juice. All right, flip to the back. All right, at Quincy Middle School, there's 45 girls, 27 boys in 6th grade. There's 2 6th grade classrooms with Miss Alvarado's class having twice as many girls as boys. The ratio of boys to girls in Mr. Lowry's class is 3 to 2. Draw a tape diagram to help find out how many girls and boys are in both Miss Alvarado's class and Mr. Lowry's. Okay. So in order to do this one, I'm going to set up in Miss Alvarado and in Mr. Lowry. I'm going to label that. Now in Miss Alvarado, it says there's twice as many girls as boys. So now I'm going to label girls versus boys. Same thing in Mr. Lowry's class. Girls and boys. Okay, in Miss Alvarado's, there's twice as many girls as boys. So there's a ratio of 2 to 1 when they say twice as many. And in Mr. Lowry's, it's a ratio of 3 to 2. Okay, so now they gave us a total for all of the girls and all of the boys. So they said there's 45 girls and 27 boys. Next thing I'm going to do is make my boxes. Okay, so for the girls, there's 2 different spots. Here 2, and 3 for the girls. And there's 27 boys. So the first thing I need to figure out is for the girls, since if I add up all the girls, there's 2 and 3, which is 5, and I know there's a total of 45 girls. So if I do 45 divided by 5, that means there's going to be 9 in each box for the girls. Now for the boys, there's 27 boys, and that makes up 1, 2, 3 boxes. So if I did 27 divided by 3 boxes for boys, that also puts 9 in each box. So we're going to find out how many boys and girls are in both classes. So when we add that up, 9 and 9 is 18, and 9, this would be 27, and this would be 18. And I don't think they ask us for a total. It says there's the ratio of boys to girls. Draw a tape diagram to find out how many girls and boys are in both classes. So you can just leave it separated like that. All right, take a look at number 7. 66 calories in 1 serving of cereal. If a bowl holds 2 servings, then how many calories are in the bowl? All right, so we've got 1 serving and 2 servings. All right, well, in 1 serving, there's 66 calories. So if I've got 2 servings, that would be 66 in each box. So you just need to get your total for how many calories would be in 2 servings. All right, take a look at number 8. 2 business partners, Ellen and Bob, invested money in their business at a ratio of 3 to 7. Bob invested the greater amount, so he's the 7. The total amount was $200. How much did each partner invest? So if we've got Ellen and Bob, their ratio is 3 to 7. My 3 boxes and 7 boxes. And the total is 200. So you guys need to figure out if it's 200 for all of the boxes, and there's 10 boxes. I'm going to leave this one for you to figure out what's going to go in each box. You're going to have to do 200 divided by the number of boxes. That'll tell you how much to put in each box, and then you'll be able to figure out how much each partner invested. All right, number 9. Tyrone is making 52 cookies for a party. Some are pecan, some are honey ginger. The ratio of, this should be of pecan to honey ginger, is going to be 7 to 6. This time they're saying how many more pecan cookies will Tyrone make. Okay, so you're going to set this up, pecan to honey ginger. Do your ratio of 7 to 6. I'm going to let you guys make your boxes. And we know after you make your boxes, there's a total of 52 cookies. You guys are going to need to figure out what goes in each box. And then answer the question, how many more pecan cookies are there than the honey ginger? All right, last question. This is long homework. Doctor ordered a patient to exercise. The patient walked 168 minutes in 2 weeks. The ratio of the time for the first week to the time for the second week is 8 to 3. So how much less time did the patient walk the second week compared to the first week? So our labels are going to be first week and second week. And they gave you the ratio of 8 to 3, and they gave you a total of 168 minutes. You guys are going to need to make your boxes, and you're going to have to divide up the